Hey everyone, welcome back again to my channel. Today is week 4, Dancing with the Stars. It's the first night of Disney Week and they're doing Heroes Night. So it's Tuesday, October 12th. It's about 10 o'clock at night. I'm already in my jammies. And I just finished watching this week's episode of Dancing with the Stars. So I think everybody did fantastic today. It's going to be an especially challenging week since there are 2 nights of dancing. But let's get into it. First up was JoJo, Siwa, and Jenna. They danced a Viennese waltz to a song from Cinderella. I thought this dance was very good. They did great for coming first out. They were a little bouncy. It could be smoother since they're doing a Viennese waltz. The footwork was really good. Great choreography. I was very surprised how well the Mickey Dance Challenge worked in their waltz. I think Jenna did a great job of incorporating it in there without making it look too rough. Nice smooth transition into it. They got 3 9s and an 8. I think they got very fair scores this week. Second up was Melanie, and Gleb. They did a jazz to Mary Poppins. I thought it was good. They were out of sync a couple times. She was a little bit behind Gleb. It was a very fast jazz, so it would be hard to keep up, and you could definitely tell she was struggling to keep up. The Mickey Dance Challenge was okay. They did have a couple rough spots during it where she was way out of sync. They got 3 8s and a 7, and I also would have given a 7. I think she just had a rough time this week, but I'm sure with what we've seen in the past, she'll just pop right back up and start doing great again. Matt, James, and Lindsay are next. They did a Quickstep to the Incredibles song. This dance was very nice. Smooth. There was great choreography in there. He looked very confident. He performed this week. He looked very happy. He always had a smile on his face. And that's hard during a quick step since you need so much stamina to keep going throughout the dance and keep pushing through. The Mickey Challenge worked well in their dance. I think Lindsay added some really good stuff in there and just incorporated it well. They got 2 6s and 2 7s, which I think those scores were very low. I would have given a 7, if not an 8. Jimmie, Alan, and Emma did a Paso Doble from the song from Mulan. They're one of my favorite couples this time. He's just doing so good and growing so much. The dance was just awesome all the way around. Very well executed. I noticed he did sing along to the song the whole time, and that's not easy to do either. You either focus on the dance or you focus on the song. So the fact that he could do both, it shows that he was really confident in the move. He loved the song. It was a very strong performance this week. You can definitely tell he's not concentrating as much this week as you can tell that he was in the past weeks. The Mickey Dance Challenge was fantastic. It worked in there so well. I'm so proud of what they did with that. He's a very good dancer. He got 2 8s and 2 7s. I think they should have at least gotten an 8, if not a 9. Amanda, Kloots, and Alan did a rumba to You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan. That's one of my favorite Disney songs. It's just a great song. The dance was very good. She had great hip action. Her arms were extended nice and long. Great energy going through them. The dance was very smooth, like a rumba should be. The Mickey Challenge was a bit out of sync. It looked like he did the jump and she didn't do the jumps. Then she was waiting to get back on to cue. They got 4 8s. I think that little mistake they had in the Mickey Dance Challenge, I think that they should have gotten a 7. I definitely think the 8s were just a little too high, but she's a very good dancer, and I think that she's still learning everything and that she'll be great again tomorrow night. Olivia, Jade, and Val did a Samba to the Lion King. I think she's a very good dancer. She's a great performer, and her dance tonight was very good. She could have added more hip action and more bounce like the Samba is known for. The Mickey Challenge seemed effortless in their dance, like it transitioned so easily, and she looked very comfortable doing it. And I thought her costume was great, and she just looked great in it. They got 3 9s and an 8, and I definitely think, all things considering, those were very fair scores. I also would have given probably an 8, if not a 9. Next out was the Miz and Witney. They did a quick step to Friend Like Me from Aladdin. You can tell he's grown so much already just in the first few weeks. Their dance was really good. They did get out of sync a few times, but the quick step is a really hard dance to be in sync with your partner and also not to be out of breath all the time. It was a little bouncy, going up and down a little too much instead of being as smooth as it could be. The dance challenge worked very well in their dance. It went great with the music. It was very controlled. The energy wasn't all over the place. It was reined in, and I can tell he's worked a lot on doing that, considering the first week. He got 3 8s and a 7, and I think those were definitely fair scores. Kenya Moore and Brandon did a contemporary to How Far I'll Go by Moana. I thought this was very good. As she needs to be a lot freer with her movements. She seemed very restrained. More energy throughout the arms, just extend more. And energy throughout the dance. She looked like she was holding back this week. They did stumble at the dismount of the last lift, but the Mickey Dance Challenge was very good. I thought it worked well. They got 3 7s and an 8. I think the 7 was fair. I think the 8 was a little too high, but she's a very talented dancer. I just think contemporary was a little bit out of her style, but with more practice, I think that she'll definitely be able to do great next time that she does a contemporary with the judges' feedback. Brian Austin Green and Sharna did a waltz to Snow White. I thought the waltz was really good. They just did a regular waltz, not a Viennese waltz, so it was nice and slow. Their dance was very smooth. It had a great flow to it. I do have to say the Mickey Dance Challenge was very awkward in their dance. I think they could have incorporated it a little better. It just seemed like it didn't really flow with the dance or go with what they were doing. They got 3 6s and a 7. I thought their scores were low considering the dance was very nice, very smooth. I think minimum 7, if not an 8. Next up is Suny Lee and Sasha. They did a salsa to Encanto from the new movie. I thought this dance was fantastic. I think she did a wonderful job. She definitely worked on performing, and she looked like she was having just the time of her life. If she needs to move her hips more and extend arms more. She'll kind of just place her arm without adding any energy through it, and just get those hips going, which I know is not easy to do. The Mickey Dance Challenge, they worked in very well. I thought it looked very natural. It didn't look like they had to do it. It looked like it was more of just something they added into their dance. Again, her performance level is so good this week. She got 3 8s and a 9. The 8 seemed low for this dance. I think the 9 was fair. Melora Hardin and Artem also did a quick step this week to Jungle Book. She had fantastic energy, and that's, again, not easy to do in a quick step just because it takes a lot out of you. You need a lot of stamina to do that long of a quick step. Her frame seemed really good. This dance was smooth and not too bouncy. Like the judges said, there was a lot of Charleston stuff in there, and I think that that made the dance like super fun. The Mickey Challenge was good. I feel like by this point of the show, it just seemed like just repetitive. The first few times it seemed really cool, and then now I feel like just through the show it just was kind of like less interesting the more they did it, but I thought it was really good, and it worked in their dance. She got all 9s, and I definitely think that was fair. I was surprised they didn't get a 10. Cody, Rigsby, and Cheryl did a jive to one of the songs from almost my favorite Disney movies, which is a Goofy movie. This dance was really great. His solo was so much fun. He looked like he was confident when he was doing in his solo. He looked excited to be back. The Mickey Challenge suited this dance so well. It was like spot on perfect, flowed so well. And this drive was, I thought, was nicely executed. They got 3 7s and a 6. I definitely think those were way too low. He should have gotten an 8 with his being out of the ballroom for so long. He came back with so much energy and so much, like, he was ready to go. They did have some comments about the choreography, how they wanted that to be more partnering instead of side by side, but that's not on him, that's on Cheryl. But I thought the choreography was fantastic and suited him well. So, great job. I'm glad to have them back in the ballroom. Last up tonight was Iman, Schumer, and Daniela. They did a foxtrot to Frozen, which I love Frozen. I thought it was a good dance. Great choreography was in there. This is one of the dances where I was surprised how naturally the dance challenge flowed. It was one of the dances where you couldn't even tell it was in there, but because it just looked so good. His arms seemed a bit off at times. He needs to, like, extend more, like Bruno was saying. He got 3 8s and a 6. I think the 6 was way too low. I don't know why he got a 6, but the 8s were definitely fair because I think he just did great. Again, being in frame with that big of a height difference, there's like a 2-foot height difference at least. That's not easy to do. It's a struggle for some people who are the same height to be in frame, so that's just a really good achievement right there, that they're in frame with that big of a height difference almost the whole dance. So, way to go. Can't wait to see what they do for Villains Night. At the end of the night, the judges awarded 2 extra points for whoever did the Mickey Dance Challenge the best. They awarded the points to Jimmie, Alan, and Emma, and that's definitely who I wanted those points to go to. They did theirs where it fitted in just with the style of the dance. They made it look like a Paso Doble. I just think theirs was spot on. So they did a fantastic job with that. I think everybody worked it in there pretty well. You could definitely see it was in there. Some of them flowed really naturally. Some of them, they had it stand out. So I think everybody did a really good job. Tomorrow night, which will actually be tonight, Tuesday, they're doing a Villains Night also. So this week they learned 2 different dances, which for week 4, that's going to be a really hard task for some of them. But I think they're all strong performers, and they're all going to do great. So if you want to see my recap on that for tomorrow, then make sure you subscribe, and then you'll be able to make sure you hit the bell for notifications, and then you can see as soon as it comes out. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching. If you've watched all the way to week 4, if you have watched weeks 1 through 4, please leave me a comment and let me know, and I would greatly appreciate it. So thank you guys. Bye.